how to take it easy on yourself, removing the psychological barriers to happiness and higher consciousness. Many times we think that if you work hard, you will achieve it. But that doesn't work with consciousness. These rules do not apply to consciousness because it is not about working hard. It is not about how many hours you meditate or how advanced in yoga you are. How far you can stretch your physical body in various asanas. How long you can stay quiet without even a single thought. You just keep your mind frozen. Just not a single thought can enter my mind. So people have a lot of ideas of how it should be. And therefore there is this sense that I have to do something, that I have to push myself, I have to achieve something, I have to attain something, I have to gain something. And of course, in the Western mentality, you need to work hard for it. Yeah, you need to work hard for it. So we approach spirituality and consciousness with the Western mentality. Work hard and achieve something. However, that's not the case. The case is to see all these patterns, how you push yourself. It's to see the patterns of how you push yourself. Is to see the patterns of what you demand from yourself. What is your demand to yourself? And let's examine a little bit closer. What is your demand to yourself? Your demand to yourself comes from the ideals. So you hold a certain picture in your mind of how it should be. It has to be this way. And enlightenment needs to be this way. That's a big topic of how enlightenment is supposed to be. But how you have to be. And you have a certain idea, a certain picture at the back of your mind of how you are supposed to be. And you're giving yourself demands to match those ideals. And what happens in the real reality is that you have created a demand to yourself that you need to work on this, you need to achieve that. And you're giving instruction to your body that I have to do this, and what usually the body also receives, that something is wrong or something is missing. So you see where the problem arises, that you create an ideal in your mind. You create a mental picture of the most ideal way or most ideal you. And it's all serene and blissful and beautiful, and nobody disturbs you and nobody distracts you, and it's all flowers and blossoms and sunshine. And as soon as your partner steps into your living room where you're meditating, it's all destroyed. It's all gone in an instant. So anyhow, you have an ideal of how it's supposed to be. and you're creating a demand to yourself. So this demand becomes subconscious, and it's even imprinted into your nervous system that something is wrong, that I need to work on it, that this is not enough. And what happens in the real reality is that your body is struggling. It is struggling to match the image in your mind, which is not present here. So it creates a struggle within you that you are not enough, that this is not enough, and that something is missing. And therefore you create the struggle for yourself, for your body, and your body is struggling. And since your nervous system has an imprint, a mental image, and your cells are very primitive, they're functioning the open and closed way. So if something is wrong, they close down. If you feel abundant, happy, and good, they're open. But since you hold an image that this is the ideal way, and of course I'm not this way right now, I'm not ideal at all, so I need to push myself. And in your nervous system, there's a closure, and your body starts to feel contract, that something is missing, that I'm not good enough, that this is not fine as it is. So your nervous system starts to contract, your cells start to contract, your body starts to close. And then you hold this beautiful image in your mind, but actually that beautiful image in your mind is closing your body. It's shutting down your system. It's shutting down your energy. And that's called struggle. Yes, and you know that if I do this, I will get there and I will achieve this, and then it will be all peace and flowers and so forth. But now there is a big struggle. And this big struggle is self-created. It happens semi-automatically, it happens habitually, it happens unconsciously, and it happens because of ignorance of how you work. So therefore you need to take it easy on yourself. You need to take it easy on yourself, and you need to remove those psychological barriers. And they happen very innocently. You know, these ideas they come into your awareness very innocently. You know, maybe you saw a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, or some celebrity or successful person or a spiritual teacher, and suddenly that image became your ideal, and very innocently it got stored into your system. And then of course the whole media it's totally bombarding you every single day. You were watching TV before, and now you learned how to turn off the TV, but now you're opening your Facebook, and that's another huge marketing system, and it just keeps bombarding you with all kinds of idealism. And you open Instagram, and Instagram is absolute idealism. There is nothing else on Instagram apart from idealism. And it's so far-fetched that it's so distant from reality. You know what people do with Photoshop and all these big, beautiful pictures on Instagram. So essentially, it is still idealism. And what happens is that it goes into your mind, and it goes into your subconsciousness, and these images get stored into your nervous system. And every one of you has certain images at the back of your mind of how it is supposed to be, of what is ideal to you, of either how the world needs to be, this is external idealism, or how you are supposed to be, the internal idealism. And you will recognize that that is a big cause of struggle. It is a very large cause of struggle. Because basically you are demanding the reality to match the idealism. But reality is like this, in the present moment, like this. And you're demanding your present moment reality to match something which is not present, which is something at the back of your mind. So you're demanding the universe, and you're saying to the universe that this moment is not enough, and something is wrong or something is missing. So I want to bring you into your awareness that there is an image in the back of your mind of what is idea. And take a few moments to slowly inquire, what images are you holding at the back of your mind of what are you struggling for? What are you aiming for? Of course, goals are required. Goals are required to achieve something in life. Let's not argue about this. That's correct. You need some goals to achieve something, to do something in your life, to make a change, yes. But without a struggle. Yes, without a struggle. You may need to work hard on some new things to learn, especially professionally and, in a physical way, or hobbies or arts or sports or whatever, skills, these are various kinds of skills that you need to work for, yes, but not to struggle for. Yes, not to struggle for. So my invitation to you is to relax your idealism, to accept more this present moment the way it is, and to allow your psychology, your psyche to relax. Allow your psyche to relax. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your emotions to stop struggling, pushing, becoming sad, becoming frustrated, becoming angry, becoming fearful, becoming worried that you will never achieve this or that. And even relax your body, your cells, because everything is fine right now in you. The only thing which is not fine is that you're pushing yourself too much. Otherwise, everything is fine in you. And you will recognize that this self-pushiness is keeping you away from your true self, from that which you truly seek for, peace, happiness, love. That pushingness has a distance. It is exactly that, some call it desire, but I'm explaining a deeper mechanism of desire. This inner pushingness is actually keeping you away from happiness, peace, love, from becoming that which you want to become. So if you let go for a moment this ideal image of you, or ideal way of how it needs to be, has to be, should be, or in the negative polarity of why it is not like this, why there is so much pain, why there is so much suffering, why I'm not good enough, and why it's this and that. That's the negative polarity. In the positive polarity, you hold something beautiful that you're struggling for. In the negative polarity, you're saying, I don't want this. And you're struggling because of that. It works on both sides, positive polarity, negative polarity. And both of them are pushing you. Yeah, they're creating that inner struggle. So things that you don't want are making you struggle. And things that you push yourself for, that you want, are also making you struggle. Now that's where the mind stops working. It says, so what should I do? Well, listen and don't rush. And this is a meditative inquiry. It is a meditative inquiry. It's meant to be observed. It's not about understanding. It's meant to be observed and felt into that, yes, I am doing so. That, yes, it rings my bell. It sounds true. And there is a struggle. All the things that I don't want make me struggle. And all the things that I do want and I idealize and aim for also make me struggle. And relax. Take it easy. And there's a degree of unease. Everyone has a certain degree of unease. And that unease is basically the force of how forcefully you're pushing yourself. So slow it down. If you feel that there is a huge force in you, like a train, you can slow down. You can slow down and take it easier. Because when you slow down, it's always easier to manage any big forces, any big energies. So slowing down really helps. Observing yourself really helps. Just watching yourself, how these mechanisms are pushing you. Either I want or I don't want. And it creates the inner struggle, the inner resistance, the inner frustration, the inner worry. Yes, we are uncovering one of the deepest roots of the struggle. And take it easy on yourself. Because if you understand the way you are, the way you work, is the less you push yourself, the more you will relax, the more you will open, and the quicker you will achieve that or accept that and find peace. So allow your cells to open. Allow your emotions to open. Allow your psychology to open. Allow your mind to open. Allow your heart to open. When you push yourself less, everything opens. And this is how you start to remove the psychological barriers to your happiness, to the peace that you seek for, to the freedom from conditions. And therefore, that becomes the quickest way. It becomes the quickest way by seeing how much you are creating self-struggle. And this is the mechanism of desire. But let's not call it so. Let's recognize the positive polarity of that which you idealize and seek for. And the negative polarity is that which you avoid, which you want, which you don't want, which you want to avoid. And take it easy on both sides. On both sides. And that's where peace arises. Happiness, love arises. Acceptance. And the struggle is released. And you come back to the inner balance. And your natural happiness, natural joy returns.